We're getting reaction from Attorney General Dana Nessel about today's developments in our state.
A judge tossed out the Trump campaign's lawsuit to halt counting in Michigan, and Senate candidate John James suggested the count here needs to be investigated after it shows he lost to Senator Gary Peters.
News 8's Lindsay McComb will talk to the Attorney General this afternoon.
Thank you for making some time this afternoon, Attorney General. I want to start with the ruling we just received a short time ago on the lawsuit. What's your response to that?
Well, I thought it was the appropriate ruling for Judge Stevens to make. We feel very confident that, the election was conducted appropriately and that it was fair and transparent, and the results accurately display who really won the election here in the state of Michigan. And, we think that the candidates don't pick the winners, the voters do. And the voters have had their say, and we're moving forward in the process to ensure certification of the will of the voters and the presidential election, as well as all the other elections that were on the ballot.
Now, have you had a chance or seen the statement that was just put out really a few minutes ago from the John James team at all?
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, so I'm going to read you an excerpt just because we just received this statement, and essentially he's saying that he's not conceding yet. The statement says that there's enough credible evidence to warrant an investigation to ensure that elections were conducted in a transparent, legal, and fair manner. He also ends this statement by stating those who object likely have something to hide. Response there.
Well, I don't know what the specific allegations are that John James is making, and of course I'll have to review those if and when there's a filing. But, I have to say that our elections were conducted this way very much like they have been every election year. Obviously, we had many more absentee ballots than we're used to having. This was the first year we had no reason absentee voting in a presidential election. But our elections, obviously, they are conducted by clerks that are mostly elected by, their communities, 1,600 of them all over the state of Michigan. We believe that this election is really not different from any other election. So the fact that we're getting all these challenges in, I think is very concerning. And I think oftentimes it reflects the fact that a person who did not win the election merely is having a hard time conceding the fact that they didn't get more votes than their opponent. That being the case, obviously, we'll review these cases on a case-by-case basis and respond accordingly.
Now, so your office is not currently aware of any credible allegations of cheating or fraud?
No, we are not. I will say this. The system truly works. There are so many protocols in place. There are so many measures so that if there are efforts at any kind of election fraud, we usually catch those right away. And we do have a handful of cases that we're prosecuting right now involving attempts to do something fraudulent involving the election, whether those are efforts at submitting fraudulent registrations or applying for an absentee ballot or what have you. We catch people when they do that. It's kind of like robbing a bank. I'm not saying that no one ever tries to rob a bank, but I am saying that almost always that person gets caught and then prosecuted. And we certainly don't say, well, we can't have banks anymore because sometimes people try to rob them. I'm not saying that there are never any cases where people attempt to do something that is wrongful. But I'm saying that we see that very, very, very few instances, and that it doesn't impact the results of the election in any way, shape, or form, because it's so easy to catch because of all these measures, all these protocols that we have in place that are designed exactly to ensure the integrity of our elections. So these types of allegations are merely there to cast doubt upon the integrity of the results and the democratic process. And that's what makes it so unfortunate. So I would say this about, for instance, the president. I mean, he's filed these claims in cases all over the country, but only in states where either he's lost or where I think he suspects that he'll be losing. And it's really unprecedented. I've been around for a very long time. I've lived in the state my entire life. And I've seen so many elections that are exactly similar to this, but we don't have these kinds of challenges. And we certainly don't have these kinds of allegations of fraud that are totally unsubstantiated. And, you know, we had full, fair, complete, and transparent elections, and I know that's what the evidence will show, and I feel as though any claims to the contrary will be soundly defeated.
All right, Attorney General Dana Nessel, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.